Alright guys, so today I'm going to be doing something slightly different from what I'm used to doing. I have had a lot of time on my hands and I've been digging through some of my archive stuff, and I've found some interesting footage that I'd like to share with y'all, something that'll make a good story. So last year, January 2019, my team and I headed across to Grenada to participate in the 50th anniversary of the Spice Island Billfish tournament. Now during that tournament, we caught quite a few sailfish, but there was one day where we had a standout doubleheader that made a fantastic story. So that's what I'm bringing to you today. But before we dive into the story, let me just give you guys a little bit of rundown of our experience in Grenada. Our team likes to reach a couple days early just to get settled in. Every time you reach Grenada on the Spice Island Billfish tournament, it's always the same scenario. You pull up to the docks and it has all these sport fishing boats tied up. These boats come from various different islands, and it's fantastic to see all the guys getting together to participate and compete against one another. After we got settled in and tied up to the dock, we headed up for registration. It's always a pleasure seeing the committee members, anglers, and simply everybody who participates in this tournament. We all have a fun time catching up on stories from the previous tournaments and what we anticipate for this one. Once registration is complete for our team and our boat, we headed back to the docks. And the docks are always fun of life. There's people having drinks, there's food sharing, people making soup, everybody's gathered around, some people are rigging bait, and we're all getting ready for the days ahead of us, but having a good time while doing it. So we're gonna skip to the third day of this tournament, where this story took place. We had already decided where we're going and where we were gonna start. Once we got to the area, it started to show great signs with a lot of birds around, so a lot of dolphins and even some tuna. Now keep in mind, this is a billfish tournament, so we're not that interested in those big yellowfin tuna that Grenada has. So we get settled in, we get our spread out, everything's looking good. We already have a few fish released for the day, and we are in a good position right now. We're actually second place out of 60 boats, and we're holding on to that second place as best as we can. After releasing those couple fish for the day, we already sighted a couple more, and we realized we're in a really good spot with a lot of activity. Not long after releasing the last fish, we got a couple more sailfish in our spread, and this is what happened. The crew spots a sailfish, and as we all get ready to try to hook that fish, it takes a rigger rod. Alan notices the rigger rod has been bit, slaps over the bail because it's been free spooling for some time, and he hardens up on that fish. Now that we have that fish on, it's time to start preparing the spread to bring that fish in. So we leave a couple of rods out and then we clear a couple of teasers in the meanwhile. So everyone's focusing on what they need to be doing. The camera pans over to Josh, and Josh is bringing in the teaser. We just hear a little bit of commotion, and as I glance across, I just see Nico diving in the water. The middle rod has fallen into the ocean, and Nico has gone in behind it. Nico breaks the surface and he has the rod in his hand, and we're all dumbfounded. We're like, how is this possible that he got that rod in time? So we start backing up in the fish and backing up towards Nico. And Alan looks up and he sees two sailfish in our spread.
What? Two sails in the spread! Somebody else has done that? Where? Two sails!
So after a little bit of confusion, we realized that the sailfish was tracking Nico's bait, and he had that rod in his hand in the water. And we screamed at him. He's like, "Oh, put up your drag, put up your drag." He already put up your drag, and he hardened up on that sailfish. What is going on?
Yeah. Alright, nice.
Alan's fish comes to the boat first, and we get the leader and we get the release. Now it's time to get Nico's own.
Stay right there, bit. He's down a little bit, and we gotta raise him. That was one bit.
We eventually get back on Nico's fish with great driving by our captain Brendan Farfar, and we get the release.
Everything. Captain, I'm back talking. Thank you, Captain.
If that isn't one of the craziest hookups on a sailfish I've ever seen, I don't know what next y'all want. That is the pinnacle. That is the most crazy hookup I've ever seen on a sailfish. I don't think I'm gonna see a more crazy hookup than that. A rod fell in the ocean while we were going forward. We were not supposed to get back that rod. Nico jumped into the ocean, got that rod. Not only did he get that rod, but he proceeded to hook a sailfish while holding the rod in the ocean, got that rod to the boat, got in the boat, and we released a double-headed sailfish. That has to go down in the books as one of the most epic sailfish releases I've ever seen. And I don't think I'm gonna see anything that epic for a while. That was just a little taste of what Grenada could be like. It's a whole lot of fun in the Spice Island Billfish tournament. If you're in the Southern Caribbean and you're interested in it, I definitely recommend participating in this tournament. Assuming all this thing is gonna resolve itself. I'm hoping COVID goes away very soon. Anyway, We were tied in first place for that tournament, and that was a pretty big deal considering it was the 50th anniversary and they had over, I believe it was over 60 boats, so it was quite a big tournament. It was actually the biggest tournament in the Southern Caribbean period in history. So we ended up running in tie for first place going into the last day, and we fell back to second place, which we were still good with. Coming second, nobody's gonna complain for that. And the boys did a fantastic time, and we all had a great time in the tournament. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. It's just me digging up my archives. I'm just trying to get some stuff for you, and I'm trying to build something fun out of it. So if you enjoyed it, let me know. Leave a comment below and tell me what you thought about Nico's extreme way of hooking sailfish. What you thought about that? Pretty insane, right? Alright guys, I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.